It's 3 a.m. and you're suddenly ripped from sleep by the loud emergency alert blaring from your phone. Your heart pounds, your mind races. Could it be a wildfire, mercilessly devouring everything in its path, leaping from house to house in your neighborhood? Or perhaps it's a flash flood, the water rising so quickly it's swallowing streets and overturning cars, threatening to engulf your home. And there you are, adrenaline surging as the world outside descends into turmoil. You've got mere minutes to act. Minutes to decide what to take with you as you flee into the night. What will you grab? This isn't some far-off scenario, it's a reality that many have faced and many more will face. How prepared are you? If you don't have a bug-out bag prepared yet, pause what you're doing now and make a list of these non-negotiable essentials for your bug-out bag. They are the bare necessities you cannot afford to leave behind if you want to survive whatever disaster comes knocking at your door. Let's make sure you never have to face the night unprepared. First up, you need a small portable filtration device. You've probably heard that you can only survive 3 days without it, right? So in your bug-out bag, tossing in a regular water bottle just isn't going to cut it. What you really need is a reliable portable filtration system. Imagine you find yourself near a stream or a pond. Sure, that water looks clean, but chances are it's teeming with bacteria or pollutants that you definitely don't want to be guzzling. That's where something like the Sawyer Mini or Life Straw comes into play. These gadgets are total game changers because they can filter out the nasties, allowing you to drink from almost any source without a second thought. You want to ensure you stay hydrated without compromising your health, no matter where you find yourself. Second item on this list for your bug-out bag is high-calorie, non-perishable food items. When you're faced with a situation where all the nearest grocery stores are closed, your typical snacks just won't cut it. You need food that packs a serious punch in terms of calories and nutrients to keep your energy up during stressful times. We're talking about compact yet dense items like energy bars, which are designed to give you a quick calorie boost without taking up much space. For an ideal selection of high-calorie, non-perishable food items for your bug-out bag, consider packing items like energy bars that are rich in calories and nutrients, dried meats such as jerky, which offer a good source of protein, nuts and trail mixes that provide both fats and proteins, peanut butter for a high-calorie and nutrient-dense snack, and whole grain crackers for a durable carb source. These items are specifically chosen for their long shelf life, dense nutritional content, and ease of packing, ensuring you have sufficient energy and nutrition in emergency scenarios without adding excessive weight to your bag. The third item on this list is a multi-purpose tool. When you're out there far from the nearest tool shed, having a compact Swiss Army knife or a robust multi-tool can come in very handy in tough situations. These tools are ingeniously designed to be your all-in-one solution. They combine essentials like a knife for cutting ropes or fabric, pliers for tweaking or bending materials, and screwdrivers for assembling or disassembling makeshift structures. Perfect for when you need to make quick repairs, rig up a shelter, or perform any number of survival tasks with efficiency. Their significance cannot be overstated. Never underestimate the life-saving potential of a good multi-tool. The fourth item on this list is a first aid kit. Accidents happen, especially in stressful situations, and when they do, you'll want to have a well-prepared first aid kit at your side. This isn't just a few band-aids and some aspirin. We're talking about a robust set of supplies that can handle everything from minor cuts and scrapes to more serious injuries. Your kit should include a variety of bandages, antiseptic wipes and creams to prevent infections, pain relievers to manage aches or reduce fevers, and definitely some allergy medications. Because you never know what new irritants you might encounter out there, it's also smart to throw in some tools like tweezers, scissors, and safety pins. And don't forget essentials like burn gel and a tourniquet. You might be miles away from the nearest hospital, and in a true emergency, the contents of your first aid kit could be what stands between a minor injury and a life-threatening situation. So make sure it's stocked, organized, and always within easy reach. Because in the chaos of a bug-out scenario, having immediate access to these supplies can quite literally save a life. The fifth item on this list is fire-starting tools. You know that fire isn't just for keeping you warm. It's also important for cooking and can be useful when you need to signal for help. That's why having reliable tools like waterproof matches and a ferro rod in your bug-out bag is non-negotiable. These aren't just any matches, they're designed to strike even when soaked, ensuring you can get a flame going under any conditions. And a ferro rod? It's a solid pick because it works by creating a shower of sparks that are hot enough to ignite kindling, even in damp environments. On top of that, it lasts for thousands of strikes. Just picture trying to start a fire the old-fashioned way by rubbing sticks together. It's not just inefficient, it's exhausting. Trust me, in a survival situation, you'll want something that gets a fire going quickly and with as little fuss as possible. The sixth item on this list is weather-appropriate clothing. Clothes might seem like the last thing to worry about when packing a bug-out bag, but think again. Being too cold or too hot isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. That's why it's essential to plan your clothing like a strategic survival tool. Start with a base layer of moisture-wicking fabric to keep sweat away from your skin. Then add a thermal layer for insulation. Whether you're facing a brisk night or a freezing storm, that thermal layer can make a huge difference. On top of that, always include a waterproof outer layer because getting wet can lead to hypothermia, even in milder weather. And here's a pro tip: steer clear of cotton. It might be comfy, but it absorbs and retains moisture, which is a recipe for discomfort and potential cold-related injuries. Layering allows you to adapt to changing conditions, making it a must-have strategy in your survival gear. The seventh item on this list is a solid flashlight. When it comes to gearing up for the unknown, one of the absolute must-haves is a solid flashlight paired with plenty of extra batteries. You see, power outages are pretty common in emergency scenarios, and being left in the dark is more than just an inconvenience. It's potentially dangerous. Whether you're navigating through a blackout in your neighborhood or finding your way in a remote area at night, having a reliable flashlight can make all the difference. And it's not only about seeing where you're going. It's about being visible to rescuers or others who might be trying to find you. While traditional battery-powered flashlights are great, I'd highly recommend looking into a solar-powered or hand-crank model. These are perfect because they can be charged during the day or manually, ensuring you have a light source even if you run out of batteries. This kind of preparedness can truly be a lifesaver, making it possible to handle whatever comes your way with a bit more confidence and safety. The eighth item on this list is your personal documents and cash. Alright, let's get serious for a moment about something people often overlook: your personal documents and some cold, hard cash. In the chaos of a disaster, these items are as critical as your food and water supply. You're going to need your ID, passport, and insurance information accessible and secure. Imagine trying to prove who you are or coordinate aid without any identification. Total nightmare, right? That's where a sturdy waterproof document holder comes into play. It keeps your documents safe, organized, and dry, no matter the conditions. And cash, well, it's king when ATMs are down and card systems fail. Always keep a reasonable stash of bills in your bag because in many emergencies, cash transactions could be your only option to get what you need. Believe me, the last thing you want is to be unprepared in these situations. The last item on this list is a robust communication device like a satellite phone or a crank radio. Think about this: cell towers are knocked out due to a natural disaster or other emergency scenarios. Without your usual cell phone service, you're essentially cut off from everyone. That's where a satellite phone comes into play. It doesn't rely on traditional cell networks and can be a critical tool for maintaining communication with the outside world. It allows you to receive updates about the situation, which can be important for making informed decisions about where to go next. Alternatively, a hand crank radio is invaluable as it doesn't require electricity to function and can provide you with emergency broadcasts, weather alerts, and more. These devices ensure that even when traditional modes of communication fail, you still have a way to reach out for help or receive vital information, keeping you one step ahead in a crisis. These essentials for a bug-out bag that could very well save your life one day. Remember, it's about being prepared for anything that life throws at you. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this.